hold on. They suffer the most demographically on our data. They're just behind, and it's really sad. It really
Right.
is.
Right. Yep. Are we live? Huh? Hold on.
I don't think so.
Yeah, we are live. Son of a gun. I didn't push the
Oh, we
thing.
go live.
I have no idea. But let me see. Hold on. Let me see something here. Let me see if I can. No, I can't change it. Well, this is the pre-show before the show, and we'll just wait till everybody else get inside the get inside the stream here. But we got myself and EQ, and we're gonna just go ahead and talk about it. So EQ, can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay, so we're gonna just go ahead and chop it up with some stuff before we get ready to start the show. B Dub, he put out a text message to us about a while ago. There was a video that went out that surfaced. There's this rapper. I think the rapper name is Generational Z or something like that. Well, the Generational Z, this rapper, he is promoting. He's a young guy. He's promoting saying F school, and basically kids need to drop out of school. Did you see that video that B Dub sent?
I have not seen. No, I did. I'm at work. We can't get on. They have our internet slowed down, so we can't get on social media.
Okay. Well, let me tell you what's going on with this kid. Okay, so he's a young kid. I think he's a teenage kid. All right, and he is spearheading like the A Million Man March for kids to drop out of school, saying F school. And he's doing a rap video, and in this video he got a bunch of kids, just being kids and doing what kids do, partying and things like that. But he is making it well known that hey, his mission is he's trying to get kids to just drop out of school. And that's just the beginning of his plight as far as like with this boycotting schools and everything like that. And that's what his main thing is just to get kids to drop out of school. So with knowing an information like that, EQ, what you think about this guy's him saying to drop out of get kids to drop out of school? How you feel about that?
I mean, ultimately that's what we're doing. That's the road there. A lot of these kids are headed down. I mean, what we should be doing by the time they get to 6th, 7th grade, let's test these kids. Let's give them like maybe an aptitude test or some type of skill set test to see where their interests are. Let's create and build schools for their skill set or for their whatever they're interested in. Why put kids through high school when they don't have the ability, the capability to even make it through high school? We're testing these kids. We're testing. We're doing all this stuff, but we're still not producing any, workers in society. Whereas, you have companies that are coming here from all over, and these kids are not able to even pass a basic skills test. So, I mean, I'm not going to tell the kids to drop out because at 4th grade, they don't need to drop out. They don't know anything. But, yeah. I mean, if you're in high school and you're one of those kids that's causing trouble, you being disruptive, being disrespectful, then, I mean, what else? What can teachers do? You're disrupting the learning environment. And it's hard to teach the kids like that. And most of the times, the administrators are going to side with the kids. And parents are going to side with the kids. So it's a no-win situation for teachers.
Right.
I don't know who co-signed that who authorized that song, but I mean, I don't agree with it. But because we got to have a different outlet for our kids, we got to find a better way to educate them. Because right now, the music industry and the entertainment industry and social media, it's winning. It's winning the minds and hearts of our children. So it's almost like they'd be better off dropping out.
Right. And B Dub and G Man, appreciate you guys for joining on as well. But we discussing about that video that B Dub has sent us with that rapper Generational Z, and him rapping about kids dropping out of school. So we talking about that right now.
What is it? Z Money, yeah, Z Money, or something like that.
Name is. But see, I'm okay because I had gave it some thought, B Dub and G Man, EQ as well. Like I'm in the middle with this whole thing because there's a thing like I'm not for it because like you want these kids to drop out of school. Okay, so what's the solution? Okay, what are you guys going to do if you drop out? You know what I mean? Are you guys just trying to live it up to the live your best life? are you guys, what's the end game with it? You know what I'm saying? What's the plan? What's the plan going forward if you drop out? But then
there is no
at the
plan.
same time, I know that's the reason why I told you I'm in the middle level, because, and like I said, I can see why he's saying that, whatever, because look at the school system that we live in, that the kids going into, whatever. You got a lot of people you got a lot of active shooting going on in school, a lot of bullying, a lot of kids, I did say bullying. You got these kids are some of these teachers have an agenda. You got these kids in harm way with some of these kids these teachers are predators and preying on these kids. You see what I'm saying? They always putting a certain type of hard curriculum, testing these kids or whatever. And like you alluded to earlier, EQ, just not too long ago, like 35% of our kids can't even read. And if they can't read, they can't comprehend. You see what I'm saying? So, that right there is also setting them up for failure as well. So I can understand, the message, what he wanted, what he's trying to do, what he's trying to say. But, what's the end game with it though? You just can't drop out and then just not do nothing. You see what I'm saying? That's the problem I got with it.
That's why you got to be careful who you listen to, because you're encouraging all these kids to drop out of school. But what solution do you offer these kids? What backup plan do you offer these kids while you're rapping to them? And to some kids, some kid may take that to heart. Well, you know what? He right. School is for suckers. School is for this, da 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 da. But then, okay, when you drop out, where's this guy or this rapper that's telling y'all to drop out of school? He don't live in the same neighborhood as you, or his life experiences may not be the same as yours. So then what? Now we have kids out on the streets, looking for something to do, scrambling. You can't just tell kids to drop out of school, because there's a law that says they have to be in school if they're of a certain age. And once they're 17, they can drop out, do their own thing without any penalty or consequences on that parent. But you telling a 6th grader to drop out of school, that parent finna get in trouble. That parent finna get fined or go to jail. But the thing of it is, all of our kids are not going to be rappers. All of our kids are not going to be businessmen and women, because a lot of them, they don't even have basic customer service skills as something as simple as speaking.
Right.
So, and I even tell my kids that all the time. The customer service starts at home. If you don't get up and speak to your mom and daddy, you're not going to speak to nobody else. They don't even have the basic skills. They don't even know how to measure, use a measuring cup to cook. That's stuff that should be taught at home. Right. So math is going to be difficult for them to do. There's no reinforcement. As a matter of fact, I'm getting ready to make a post, because I was in a meeting today and they were like, well, we got to get these kids reading. So parents, if your kid has a cell phone or they watch a lot of TV, put the TV or the phone on mute. Turn the captions on and make your kids read to you. Because we're in a state of emergency, y'all. These kids can't read. I'm talking 12, 13 years old, 15, 16, 17-year-old in high school can't read. That's a problem. So if you can't read,
I want to correct one thing. They can use a measuring cup and they can cook. They're just not cooking food.
What they couldn't be done.
they cooking something.
So B-Dub, what do you think about Z Money? The message that he pushing. Do you think you agree with him? You disagree with him? I'm in the middle.
Is it a guy or I thought it was a girl?
I don't know who. Remember. Yeah, I don't know, brother. I don't know.
Either way, it's some BS.
Do you agree with his message, or you just disagree?
They ain't got no message. That's just clout. Because that's obviously, if you come out and say that and talking about you want to do a 1 million student march and you want all these kids to drop out of school, you're gonna go viral. And that's all it is. But if these dummies want to follow a teenage girl, boy, whatever it is, that say drop out of school, then I say let evolution take its place. I mean, it'll all sort itself out in a little while.
But you know what though? But that kind of influence, if you got this kid that's leading the charge with this 1 Million Man March, you might got some kid that really want to be in school, got that peer pressure on them, and will drop out just because everybody else doing it. You know what I mean?
If you don't love to do that,
yeah, They let it be, huh?
Which a lot of them, like, you know, just again to double down on the stats that EQ put out there, you know, that's not new. It's been like that for quite a while with the reading and comprehension. So, like you said, if you can't read and comprehend, that means you don't have good problem solving skills. That
No, you
means
don't.
It's very easy, and we wonder,
You ain't
like,
lying.
we sit here, parents sit here knowing their kids can hardly read, but we lie to ourselves because the schools just push them through the system. And we say, "Oh, my baby made good grades. Oh, my baby passed." Your baby passed because the school passed them so they could get the money. Because if the students don't pass, they don't get their bonuses. So of course they're gonna pass them. But you know good and well your child ain't got good comprehension. You sitting there listening to this dummy trying to explain something to you. You know they ain't got good comprehension skills, but you just let it fly, and then wonder why they do stuff. So I don't know how they got into that or why they would do that. How do they so influenced by the music and by this and by that? Yeah, because you're not influencing them. So of course they're influenced by the music.
When did schools start giving out participation trophies and all that or whatever? Because when we were growing up, if you failed, you failed. They just put you behind. It wasn't
you've been to third grade 5 times.
Right.
In that blue building across the street from Drain.
I'm trying to see. Now they be hesitant.
Man,
well, it's like
bro.
you have that No Child Left Behind Act, and I believe that was one of the Bushes that signed that act into law.
Mm-hmm.
And so basically what it is every child gets an opportunity. But you think about it, like right now, they're pushing us as 6th grade teachers. They're pushing us as intermediate teachers. Like they're coming down on us because we're not making the grade. But that's not our fault. It's not our fault because there are so many factors that play into kids' learning, into kids' education. First, we don't even hardly give homework.
No.
Because why? Most kids don't have a stable enough environment to do the homework in. So there's no reinforcement of what they learned at home. Right. And then we have what you call gentle parenting now. So, and now we got school districts that don't want to ruffle feathers with parents because they don't want to be in the negative light, or they don't want the negative publicity. So there's no accountability. There's no discipline. And you can't run a school district effectively without those 2 pieces. Plus other things.
Yeah, the superintendents, man, they are just stripped. They're robbing y'all blind. They ain't helping y'all not even one bit. The superintendent's not, I'm just going to go ahead and put it out there and say it. Because they are worried about the bottom line to make sure that they money and everything is not affected. So them school superintendents, they don't care nothing about none of that. They ain't giving y'all guys no help at all. You guys are really working. Go ahead.
I'm gonna be real honest with y'all.
Go ahead.
If I could do it all over again, my child would have went to a private school or homeschool.
Yeah.
I would have never let my child step foot in a public school. If you out there and you have that option and that ability to send your child to a private school, I'm not talking about like a private charter. I'm talking about a private school where you have to pay out of the ass tuition. I would do it. If you find a good homeschool program, go for it. Just trust me. I can't go into too many details, but I'm telling you, if I could do it all over again, I would have homeschooled my kid.
Your superintendent probably got his kid in a private school or home. I can promise you, their kid ain't going to, because they know what's going on inside the public schools. They know that crap is ran messed up, and they don't give a damn about the public schools. So
most of your lawmakers, most of your lawmakers in at the state level, at the like the State Board of Education, the Texas Education Agencies, those are businessmen and women. They have no education background or knowledge. So they don't know firsthand what our schools are going through or what it takes to effectively run a school. They look at it as a business, just like churches. It's a business.
Right.
School districts, running the school districts is business. Why? Because we need butts and seats. We're not trying to, because why? We get paid for every butt that's in the seat. For every butt that's not in the seat, we lose that funding.
Right.
And see, this is the stuff, the behind the scenes stuff that parents need to be aware of. This is why you need to put your child or your kid in districts that have stuff going for them.
Right.
You have to have a well balanced education program for your kid, because at the end of the day, if not, your kid is going to suffer. Make sure
Right.
your kid is in a diverse school district where the ratings are off the charts. These things are so important. This is what angers me about us as a community, because I told my mom this the other day. We have multi-million-dollar churches in our communities, but not multi-million-dollar schools. And our communities are some of the worst. We're
Mhm.
the worst behaved and all that. We have no resources. We have no unity, but we have multi-million-dollar churches. In what world does that make sense? To me, that does not make sense. That means we are taking our money, putting it into buildings and not where it's needed most. You put it into education so that you can produce people that'll go back out and make more money to put it back in our communities. We're not doing that. But
Well,
instead, we're taking our money to the other side of town because our
or we
communities are further getting poorer.
right, or we putting it into the football game. You know what I mean? Go to the
Yeah,
football
all that.
stadium. Go to the
That
Yeah,
football
hold on
stadium.
now. Hold
All
on now.
huh? Hey, hold on, because I seen it, man. You know, like a lot of like a kid you'll have a kid that's in school behaving and everything like that or whatever. You can't get a hold of that kid mother at all, parents at all. You can't get a hold of them. But wait till they start playing football and little Johnny or little little Taisha done got kicked off the volleyball team. Watch mama come up there and raise
exactly.
all kind of
And
behind that. Like,
that's
man,
another thing. We're raising a generation of unteachable and uncoachable kids. And then
right,
parents, we also got to stop this thing too. Don't just invest your money and time into your child with sports, because they need something in their head. You can have a good football scholarship when you go to college, but if you don't know how to pass those classes in college and you're just a good athlete, that's all you're going to ever be. We need to send our kids equipped with some knowledge.
right,
Hey, we need to teach them different avenues and learn different businesses and different trades and so many other things, other cultures. Our kids need to even study other cultures. No,
right,
because you have to know the reasoning behind certain beliefs and behaviors, which our
right,
kids have never had that exposure, because all they've ever seen is hood, or they've seen is ghetto or this or that. That our kids don't have the exposure. I mean, and y'all, here's the crazy part. Our kids be walking around with iPhones, Gucci. I see this every day. I'm talking about real Gucci. I ain't talking about fake. I'm
no
talking
school
about like
supplies.
crazy.
Yeah,
iPhone 15s, Jordans, whatever shoe come out, but they have nothing up here. But they got an IEP because
yeah,
they got a behavioral problem, or they
right,
have an IEP because they dyslexic, or they can't comprehend, or they can't solve math equations. But we're
right,
so worried about their fly. Fly
right,
won't take them nowhere. Not whereas knowledge will. Knowledge
right,
will get you indoors that fly can't get you in.
right,
Knowledge will get you in places that your athletic abilities can't even get you in.
right,
So,
right,
and that's what we have to internalize as parents. And now you don't let nobody tell your kid to drop out of school. And
right,
you go out there and you get involved in your kids education, just like you at that football, that little Pee Wee League football game, or that Pee Wee League cheerleading game. You go get involved in these schools and see. There is so
right,
much I be want to share and tell our parents, but the thing of it is, it be us trying to get us fired, and I'm trying to
mhm,
help you. So that's why I
yeah,
got to the point where I said, you know what? Let me let some people, you gotta let them learn the hard way. And I be want to tell them, hey, this your son. I know what they about to do. They about to see some paperwork, because what's fixing to happen is they finna put a label on him or her because
yep,
they don't know how to act. And it
right,
is and nothing even wrong with them academically, but because that behavior piece is missing. But
right,
because mama, you done partied all night, boyfriend done jumped on you, and y'all done got kicked out, this baby had no sleep, so he's sleeping in class. So now the teacher thinking something wrong with him. And he's just tired, just sleepy, because he had no
right,
sleep. So these are the kind of things I see all the time. But you
right.
can't tell us. You can't. Our people is, man. Sometimes it breaks my heart to have to deal with some of us, because it's just, oh man, it's a never-ending battle.
Right,
It's
right.
crazy.
Well, that was good. That was some good take on that particular subject with Z Money or Z Generation or whatever. But hopefully, these kids don't take that road and do what they need to do. So that being said, we can go ahead and let's start the show. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about
Let's talk about it.
Corsicana, Texas. What's up, Dallas Fort Worth? What's up, Houston, Texas? Welcome back to another episode of the Burning Coast Podcast. We are your show hosts. I go by the name of Mr. Know-It-All, the one and only. Right there on the side of me, right by the logo, he goes by the name of Bougie Weirdo. Get up for B-Dub. And right up on the B-Dub, we got the first player of the Burning Coast Podcast. She goes by the name of Educated Queen EQ. And then coming in next, he's the man, the myth, the legend. He goes by the name of Gentleman Jamal. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. So we are the Burning Coast Podcast. Here is where we have fire interviews, hot topics, burning questions, serious conversations, and we say what needs to be said on this show. How you guys doing on this another Tuesday afternoon, Tuesday night, December, here in the Burning Coast Podcast? We're glad that you are definitely here with us. You could have been anywhere else, but you decided to kick it with us. But before we get started, we do have to make sure we lay down the ground rules. We have a comment section. So if you want to comment on the show, just put your comment on the show. You can put it in the comment section, and we will read your comment out on the screen here. Now, if that ain't good enough for you and that don't tickle your fancy, you can hit the, we have two streaming platforms available. We got the Burning Coast Podcast on Facebook, and we also have it on YouTube. So you just click one of those and we'll bring you on to the show, and you can fire off your questions. You can give your shout outs. You can give us compliments. You can take, B-Dub, your backdrop is super fly with Medea on the background there. We'll take it over here. So by any means necessary. So now that the rules are set, the smoke is clear and the dust is settled. Panel, EQ, B-Dub, G-Man, when you get in here, how's everybody doing on this beautiful, beautiful Tuesday night? December the 7th? What is it? 5th? Well, I don't put us 2 days ahead of that then. Jeez Louise.
Yeah.
Boy, slow it down. EQ, how are you doing tonight, EQ?
I'm good. I'm above ground and not beneath. Just blessed to be alive and ready to get this show on the road tonight.
Ooh, so am I, B-Dub. Yep, B-Dub, how you doing, my brother?
Chilling.
You all right?
I'm tired. Boss.
B-Dub said, I'm tired, man. I'm tired.
B-Dub, what's with Medea in the background?
Medea, I don't know.
Just messing with it.
Yeah. I'm doing a background today. I'm just switching through different ones.
Oh, yeah? Okay.
I'm about to run over to EQ house real quick.
Hey, Will Melvin, he in the house already early. He said, it's the 5th, Mr. Know-It-All. Must be in his DeLorean.
Big Will.
Yeah, man, going back to the future there, Big Will.
Why you look like you at Foot Locker, Know-It-All? Got the shoes all behind you and stuff.
Yeah, that's going to be for the raffle, so I had to put them out there and display it. You know what I mean?
Oh,
yeah, those are shoes. Yeah, those are shoes that we're going to raffle off. So I have to make sure we display it so that way when we start getting ready to talk about it, people can see the shoes. You know what I'm saying?
gotcha.
So, but but like I said, man, I'm just looking forward to this another episode, this brand new episode of Burning Coast Podcast. PoliTRICKS as usual. Wow. So I'm excited, man. So B-Dub, what we got? What we gonna be talking about today, my guy?
Oh man. So we're talking about the quote unquote city girl mayor. That's what they calling her nowadays. Misappropriating funds out there in Illinois. And we got this one. Woo, I don't know. I think this one's gonna touch some feelings.
Uh-oh.
If you are a stay-at-home dad, does that make you less of a man? Maybe. We're gonna talk about that and maybe a couple more things.
Right. Already. So let's jump into that first topic of discussion there, B-Dub.
All right, so let me get my notes here. So I didn't get a video ready, but anyway, we're talking about Tiffany Henyard. Tiffany Henyard is the mayor of Dalton, Illinois. It's a village in the township of Thornton, Illinois, right? So on the surface, everything looks good. You be like, okay, what the problem is? Because Miss Tiffany has been out here making history. She's the first female mayor of Dalton, and she's the youngest person ever elected to be mayor in Dalton, winning by a landslide, 82% of the votes. Prior to becoming mayor, she spent 8 years as a village trustee. So she's been in the city council, she's been in politics, doing good for the city. Born and raised in Dalton, she's born and bred there. And she has been attached to a lot of community service, a lot of programs. When I say attached, I mean her face has been shown. There's been no proof of her actually donating or doing anything for these programs, but she's been showing up and making sure she gets seen. But now she's been accused. There's a lot of allegations coming out. She fired the chief of police, allegedly, for investigating tips that led to her misappropriating funds. So the police chief was getting a little too nosy, and she fired him. Several businesses, including a small trucking business, claim she has been using police intimidation tactics because they don't support her. And one business even said they had their business license revoked because they claimed that they was throwing illegal parties, which the business says is not true. That's just an excuse that they use to revoke their license because they didn't support her. She spent $141,000, and this is documented, $141,000 to lease a Cadillac Escalade. It was a 4-year lease. Escalade don't even cost $141,000. You could have bought one brand new for $90,000, but she leased a Cadillac Escalade for 4 years, totaling up to $141,000. And she's accused of using police officers as her private security and her muscle to intimidate anybody that opposes her.
Right.
So what y'all think about that?
And on top of all that or whatever, one of the news reporters, they found out that she was in Las Vegas on their money, and they asked her about it, and
she said no comment.
She says no comment, and he was like, hey, he was pressing her about it, like, look, you're the only one that got access to this card, this credit card or whatever.
Right.
You've been in Las Vegas, you're the only one that got access to it. Is that you? She was like, well, no comment. You know what I mean? So
my question would be, like, why?
Sis been out here living it up, man. She's been out here living it up. Spending lots of money on rugs and purses and handbags and all kind of good stuff. And the village is only 20. The population is 20,000. Like it's not even a major city, but she's taking all the money. Like nothing's getting done in the city.
Right.
Because she's taking all the money and using it for her personal. Yeah.
Okay, EQ, what you saying?
I said, as if they're not gonna press charges against her. Sis, the laws ain't made for you, baby. You can't do what them other people do. You can't do that. Boo, they gonna fry you. You a sister. No.
Right.
And then credit cards can be traced. They can trace that. And you all in Vegas on them people dying. Come on now. You out of line for that one, and bags and all that. You don't think they gonna bring up all that when they take her to court or whatever?
They gonna have a whole time because she getting up Donald Trump on, because anytime any chairperson or council member try to oppose her, they suddenly get fired for mysterious reasons.
But even though they get fired with her, man, it's still gonna come back and climb on her. It's gonna bite her real good with her, because
they're gonna put it all on her. Yeah.
Oh, most definitely, they're gonna definitely do that. And the sad part about it is, like you said, EQ, this stuff been going on in politics. Mayors, senators, presidents, governors, judges, lawyers, all these people do this type of stuff. This ain't nothing that's been, this ain't nothing new. But I think where she messed up at is, like B-Dub said, there was nothing being done about it. That she wasn't, like the city is in shambles, and what nothing getting repaired and getting fixed. At least
Right.
these guys, that's in these positions, these political positions, whatever. At least they try to do something, inside the city to repair something. They give grants out and they were give city, give the police funds, fund them money and things like that or whatever. So if you're not doing none of that, and at the same time the money is going low and money's being spent, and your name's attached to it, all of it. I mean, you got to take what's coming to you, and that's definitely what's going to happen to it. They're going to press charges to the max, to the full extent of the law, and she's going to get herself caught up in a bad spot with it. Even the people that she terminated and fired, all of them going to come crawl out of nowhere, and they just wait their time with this woman. So I'm be honest with you, it's sad, but you made your bed, you got to lie in that one.
Yeah, I think it's gonna catch up to us sooner or later. I think for me, it's the like I said, she getting her Donald Trump on. Like she ain't even ashamed about it. But my question is this: what do y'all think? So I was kind of thinking about this because there's another mayor. I want to say somewhere in Georgia. I can't remember. There's two. One of them is the other one is a black lady. The third one is a Italian. I guess she's white or Italian or whatever. Somewhere I want to say in California. But there seems to be a growing issue with female mayors doing crazy stuff, like using city funds or just doing like the chick in California. She's had gang members. She sent gang members around to intimidate people who didn't vote for her or who try to go against her, like crazy stuff like that. And it's like I wanna choose my words carefully here. Like, do we think this is something that's going on with women, or are women just being, particularly black women, just being targeted right now to be exposed? Because like you said, this is PoliTRICKS as usual, right? That's the title of the show.
Right.
It's been going on forever. And we know who dominate politics. Men dominate politics.
Right.
But normally we don't hear about stuff. We only hear about it at the national level. We don't normally hear about it at the local level. But like literally every week, there's a different female mayor or person in position that's getting exposed for fraud, basically.
Well, you know what, B-Dub? Let's start at the very top. Look at your vice president. She's a black woman, right? They sent her over there to Africa to do their dirty work. You remember they sent over there to president?
Not my vice president. I'm presidentially single right now.
Oh, Chucks and Pearls.
So they sent Chucks and Pearls. They sent Chucks and Pearls over there to Africa to force them folks to take in the LGBTQ stuff, whatever. And that president over there said, "Oh hell no, we don't want none of that. We don't want none of that over here, whatever." Why come they didn't send Biden over there? They sent her over there to do it and to press them folks. And then when them folks told her, "Hell no, we ain't gonna do it," then guess what she's threatening with? Well, if you don't do it, then we're gonna cut off your resources that we provide over here. We're gonna cut all that off or whatnot. And you know what? The president over there stood his ground and said, "You know what? Do what you want to do. We don't give a care about none of that at all, whatever. But we will not conform to LGBTQ." So they've always. What I'm getting around to is saying, it seemed like they use a lot of these, a lot of our sisters, that's in the political arena. They use a lot of them to do the dirty work for them or whatnot, and and then our sisters go out there and they'll go out there and do what they were sent out to do. But and then here's the thing though, once they start, once the person that's being threatened with these different demands, and the next thing you know, they want to be heavy-handed with punishment because of they don't want to give in to whatever they're asking of.
Mm-hmm.
So with everything going on with these mayors, whatever beat up, hey, I just whatever happens to them happens to them. I don't feel no remorse for them at all or whatever, but you can't take that type of position and do that type of job and not do the job, and then you stealing or you taking money and resources from the people that you're supposed to be sworn in to protect. It don't work that way.
But also this could be a cover up. She could just be the face. Oh, I was reading what she said. She could just be the face.
Who could be the face?
The sister, the mayor, because men, especially politicians, them other ones, they hide behind faces all the time. So it may look like she doing this and she doing that, but sometimes it could be a cover up. I've seen it to where this has happened before. I think it happened here somewhere in Texas before, where it was supposedly this one particular politician, but that person was just the face. It wasn't the actual politician or whoever, or he was covering up for somebody else or something. But I mean, we don't, I don't know.
I don't know about that one. A black woman taking the blame for somebody else. I don't know about that.
They do it to brothers, though. They do it to brothers.
Yeah, they do it all the time.
Let me tell you what happened during COVID. You remember in COVID because New York was a state that told everybody had to get vaccinated. Now they had a mayor at that time or whatever that was really kind of iffy about it. He really didn't want to do it. Well, they went ahead and demoted him and put a brother in there, and the brother was talking about, hey, if you guys don't get vaccinated, you can't go to these restaurants. You can't do X, Y, Z. You know what I mean? But then, they put the brother in there to do the dirty work for them or whatever. You know what I mean? And the brother was standing strong with it at first until they got some back draft from it. And the next thing you know, the whole state of New York got lapsed on it. Well, they got laxed on it, and then they wasn't pushing the COVID vaccination. Well, they weren't pushing the jungle juice on people, so hard, but the brother, they used him to do their dirty work to push this whole thing, that pushed that the jungle juice out there, whatever. And he was doing it in the beginning, but a lot of folks was mad in New York behind that brother. But I said to myself, New York had never had a mayor that ran New York until COVID. They never had one. They had Giuliani that was there. Some other people was there, but they never had a brother, but they put a brother in as soon as stuff got bad. You see what I'm saying, B-Dub?
Yeah, but specifically talking about this chick, Tiffany Henyard, they came with a lot of receipts that she had no answers for. So clearly she did those things.
Most definitely.
But the reason I say she was getting her Trump on, because Donald Trump, he's so used to the corrupt system, he don't even know it's corrupt. So he just be doing stuff. He'd be like, yeah, okay. So that's what was tripping me out. It's like just the brashness of it and the boldness of it, of her to just be doing stuff like, come on now. Like, you using city funds to lease an Escalade, and then she got police. Like, she literally using police officers, paying them overtime as her private security, like they the Secret Service or something. Like, that's crazy. But what I'm saying is, though, we know that this happens everywhere. Why is it that the media at this particular point in time, or is it just coincidence or whatever, but why is it now that we're seeing all of these female politicians or these women in power at these businesses and stuff like that? Unless it's just me, maybe my timeline just messed up, but it seemed like every week or every other week is another one and another one and another one. And we don't really see that for like men, unless it's a black man. But
so you saying it's just a lot of black women that's being exposed doing this, B-Dub?
It seems like it's like the trucking lady. There's like 2 or 3 different mayors, and there's a police chief somewhere that was doing some shady stuff. I think down in Louisiana or something. And it's like just all this. It keeps coming out. So I don't know, but
it keeps coming out because they splurging, B-Dub. That's reason.
I'm gonna pull up Will Melvin's comment real quick, because he touched on something. He said the Obama years motivated a lot of marginalized groups to pursue politics, which I agree. We all can agree that this is a good thing. However, to be effective, politician requires a certain degree of grooming. Right. So because.
Right. I agree, Will Melvin.
I also think it could be that's a very good point, because we don't know the rules of these games and we just jumping out there. That's just like starting a business. We talked about starting a business a couple of weeks ago. people just jump out there and start a business because right now, oh, they giving money, you can start a business, this and that. Okay, we go get the money, we start a business, but we don't really know what we're doing, and we don't do it right. And then, you know, so I think a lot of people are jumping into politics or getting more political or whatever and running for these offices, and they probably thinking exactly what we said. Everybody do it. They've been doing it. You know, these white dudes do it all the time. So it's like, okay, well, I'm gonna do it too. But there's an etiquette. There's a way to do right even when you're doing wrong. Like you gotta make it make sense. Like, because a lot of times when you find out about some of these politicians, it's way after the fact, and it's like, damn, they extorted $50 million out the city.
Right.
They done already did they term. They long gone retired by the time you find out. You know,
right.
The next person come in, then they figure it out. Like, wait, oh, damn, they was doing some scammy type stuff. But we coming in trying to just hit home runs out the door. Like, yeah, let me get the Escalade. Let me get that Birkin bag right there. You know,
right.
Wait, we ain't got but 20,000 people, but we gonna figure it out. They gonna pay for it.
Right.
Your business getting shut down. You can't just
no, you can't
come in there kicking
like
your feet up like that.
No, man, you can't do that, man. And like you said, B-Dub, then when you get the job, make sure you do do something on the job,
right?
Man. You know what I mean? At least try to cover it up. Like if you giving out $100,000 loan or whatever, you know, and you make sure you keep the receipts of giving out $100,000 loan to a small business or whatever. Okay, then if you happen to supposedly take out $5 or $6 grand or whatever, well, it won't look that bad because you done already got proof that you took $100 grand and gave it to a small business. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like you can't take the whole $100 grand and then now you maybe the city water and parks department or the parks looking like crap. Ain't nobody upkeeping the parks. They got grass and weeds all over the place. The pools look nasty. The streets and stuff ain't nothing worked on none of that. You see what I'm saying? You can't do that, man. You take the money, do something with it, and then you got to get your little cut with it. Then do what you do. That's what they've been doing.
Right. You got to know the rules to the game for sure.
Sis saw an opportunity and she took off running with it. I mean,
she did. But here's the thing though, B-Dub, like with the video that you sent me of the young lady, she seemed like a real sweet woman, man. Like she got a bubbly personality, man. She's on TikTok and she's doing she just kind of, she just seemed like a fun person,
that's probably how she got elected.
Yeah.
The popularity of TikTok or whatever. But like I said, she been showing up, and that's the crazy thing. Like we talking about, you got to do something because she has been the face of this anti-violence campaign and all this stuff. Like she's a part of all these things that are so good and great, which is probably what got her elected because she's on TikTok. Oh yeah, I'm over here with domestic abuse women, and we doing this and we doing that, but now it's coming to find out like she haven't done anything for them programs other than just show up and lend her face.
Right.
But she's promising them money that she's not giving. Like you have to actually give some money. You got to skim. Like she's not skimming. She's just taking. Like, oh, okay, yeah, I'm gonna tuck that right there.
Right. Right.
Like you gotta at least $2 for you, 50 cents for me. $5 for you, $1 for me. Like you gotta, what I'm saying? Like, not that it's right, it's all wrong, but it's rules to it.
I didn't do this stuff.
That's what she's gonna be saying.
She's gonna be saying that.
Yo, tell me with this.
Boy, I tell you. So we got some comments in the comment section. And G-Man, thank you for joining the show, my guy. We was wondering about what happened with you, my friend.
G-Money.
Yes, sir.
G-Money. What's going on, people?
Already. So Janet Robinson, and we appreciate you for joining the show, Janet Robinson. She said peaches and eggplant, and she will go into the rodeo along with some water. She is a sister. Like EQ said, they will make an example out of her like they did these cops in Tennessee. Yeah. Ray Robinson, she said, Biden was going to fall before getting out the Oval Office. Bless him. Will Melvin said, these new individuals aren't getting the grooming. So therefore, they act like inmates running the prison. Wow. Okay, that was a good one. Ray Roberts, she said, this alphabet push is to stop being fruitful and multiply. This is an agenda. They do not want our people to reproduce or continue creating families, to wipe out or reduce the population. We once were the majority, but never used the power to make real change. Okay.
That's real talk. Real talk.
That is. Yeah, they trying to Thanos us out here. She said same thing with the push for abortion and Roe versus Wade. Okay.
Right.
Will Melvin also said the correct way for a politician to legally steal is through nonprofit organizations. That's a tactic.
Right.
Yep.
Right.
Those sisters didn't get the memo.
Exactly.
I'd be a fun bullet person too if I was misappropriating tax money.
You ain't lying, Will Melvin.
Right.
Be out there living it up in the Palacio, okay?
Yeah, man, those wonder boy. And then you know when and she feels like people have the audacity to ask her about all this money, and if you ask me about this, I'm going to threaten your job and take your job and all the other kind of stuff because you look. Who are you? You know what I mean?
Hey,
who do you think you are?
All this for me, all this for me. Like Cleo said it all. Everybody was around watching her. She knew she was wrong.
She's up there in Vegas, like Kevin Hart in that movie. Was it Think Like a Man too?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Boy, I tell you. But you know, I hope everything work out. But I think, you know, with the stuff that she got herself involved with this one, it ain't looking too good, man, because they got the receipts on her and they bringing them out. And you know what? When we do something like this, they make an example. I promise you, a lot of folks ain't gonna want to hit politics no more because of what this woman done did. They ain't gonna want to get into it no more. They gonna maximize her.
It's gonna be a lot of examples then.
We better get out of politics. Hey, we not gonna be able to do politics no more. We ain't gonna be able to do real estate no more because they don't mess that up. Real estate, we can't do real estate no more, man. After that damn RICO, they trying to put DJ Envy and all those guys through allegedly. We ain't finna do that no more. Yeah, they finna raise it. They finna hell on us.
Yep,
y'all
just messing up everything. Ugh.
Boy, we ain't gonna be able to do nothing. Work no nothing.
That's it.
Mm-hmm. All right, so here's the scenario. You a stay-at-home dad. Maybe you work part-time, maybe you don't work at all, but your wife is the provider for the family. Does that make you less of a man? That is the question.
Do it make you less of a man? G-Man. What you think about that, my guy? If you're a stay-at-home father,
like Ray Charles' little brother. What?
Yeah.
Finally got my Deion Sanders primes for this is for Mr. Know-It-All.
Your name is Time Prime.
I gave up on mine. They kept selling out. I just gave up, stopped trying.
Yeah, season over. They finally came in the mail today. I'm like, season over. But anyway, I pull them out for Mr. Know-It-All. Does the woman bringing home the bacon make you less of a man?
Right.
No. Now, a man has his role as a provider, protector. If you get so right now, you would all consider yourselves men, right? In any other stretch of, if you get with Oprah, she's the breadwinner. Are you less of a man just because you happen to get with somebody who makes more than you? No. You know, being a man is more than how much money you bring into that household. There's a lot of guys who got money. They're not real men. Let's be clear. Money don't make you a man. Although a man does protect and provide, but money alone does not make you a man in a household. So the simplest answer is no. It's just because you're your old lady. Now, if you're sitting at the house, like Mike Epps said, doing nothing, twiddling your toes, and while she at work, I mean, you're not a man. You know, she gonna walk around and she gonna handle you a certain way. But the mere fact that she makes more money than you does not negate your manhood in itself. No.
Yeah. B-Dub, what's your thoughts, my guy?
Leo, you should have read that clip with that Mike Epps. How they supposed to walk around here on eggshells.
Right.
Well, that was gonna be the part 2 to that.
Okay.
Not So let's stick with part 1.
All right.
No, if she's the provider, if that's what y'all agreed on, if
right,
because this is what people get mixed up and caught up worrying about roles or whatever, and not understanding that the point is to do better together, however that works for y'all. So let's say, okay, y'all got a kid, and you figure and you decide, okay, well, somebody got to stay at home with the kid,
right?
But you make 60, she make 200,000. Okay, you gonna give up the 200,000 just because you a woman, just so you can stay home? No, you give up the 60. That would make sense. But the next part of that is, so he's a stay-at-home dad. She makes the bread. Okay, cool. Now, what if he's not a capable man?
What you mean by that?
He can't really fix nothing. He good with the kids. He good with the kids, but he can't fix nothing. He can't do no yard work. He just play video games and watch the kids all day.
I'm gonna tell you something.
Does that change anything?
B-Dub, hey, does he got a private and does it work?
Well, he can swing it.
Then he can get out. well, he can get out there. He can get out there and get a job then, man. If you know how to push pipe in something, whatever, man, you can go out there and get a job, brother. You can go get a job and go work. Because man, you don't work like that.
Those jobs are illegal. He can't do that job.
Yeah, man. If that thing out there working well, if you know how to push pipe in a woman, and you know how to get it on and put that Iron Man on her. Yeah, you need to get out there and work, brother. So I ain't about those are excuses, man, to me. You know what I'm saying? Those are excuses talking about you can't work or you don't want to work, but you know how to do that. No, you know how to work that. No,
but what if she cool with it? Matter of fact, EQ, get
EQ,
back on camera.
Come back, EQ. Yeah, come back.
Because you the resident lady on the show. You get this job. You the dean of whatever university, and you make $220,000 a year. He make 40, 50. He make let's say 80. Fuck it, 100. But you make 220, he make 100. And he say, it's probably better if we homeschool the kids and be somebody stay at home. So since you make more money, I'm gonna go ahead and stay home and be the house parent, and you go pay the bills. Are you cool with that?
No, baby. No, because if we got kids, we need both incomes. Because I'm sure we're going to have a nice house. We got cars. We got expenses. But we have to find ways to make what we both bring to the table work. We have to find a way to make the responsibilities work. We have to find ways to work those responsibilities. But now in my world, stay at home dad, that doesn't exist, because that's not how I was raised, and that's not the factor, or that's not the creed I live by. No.
Wait a minute now. We live in a world of equality, though.
I mean, that's all fine and dandy, but no, because I saw men provide in my family, and so no, and I just can't live with the fact that my husband is just at home watching the kids. You might be cooking, or you might, give kids a bath, but to me, it's more to it than that. We can hire a maid to come in and do that, but if I'm going to work, you need to go to work too. Right. But I mean, for some people that work. I'm just saying what works for me, because then I don't want to feel like I got the upper hand, or I'm the man, or I'm the breadwinner. I mean, let's meet in the middle somewhere with this. I don't know if I would be okay with that, and then I can't really say how I really feel because I've never been in that situation. I guess I don't know, but I don't know.
So if a man
that means we're living off my money, and if you quit your 100, my mom said hell no. Anyway, my money if we married. See, she old school.
Exactly.
Yeah.
See?
Yep.
Exactly.
Yep. Yep.
Well,
Exactly.
maybe that's why
No,
EQ
EQ.
single there. I don't know. We're gonna have to work on it. I don't know, y'all. I can't say because I wouldn't know until I wouldn't know what to do until I'm in that situation. But I don't know. I think I want my man to get him to go to work because you're a man.
He just can't be laying it down real good. That ain't good
you can't
enough.
be sitting at the house playing Fortnite or GTA all day while I'm at work breaking my back slaving all day. Talking about you got.
I'm talking about
anybody, huh?
Right. I'm saying though, like, can he like, what if he real good and I'm trying to keep it,
sex is just life. It's just
Okay.
like life. It goes up and it goes down. It's good sometimes and it's bad. So no, you don't have to come with it better than slang some dang thing like.
Yeah.
No.
So that ain't good enough, huh? You got to have a job on top of that too, right?
Not at this point. Not at this age in life. No, you got to come with it better than just some good sex. No, because that gets old.
Yeah, I don't see too many women going for that. Because the simple fact, even now, with two incomes, even if he make more, women still they trying to control the conversation already. Just because, So I can't see a chick coming home after work and he like, why you home later? Why you doing this? Why you doing this? You get your broke ass.
Okay, that's gonna be me.
But that's not right though, because that's equality, right? Equality.
So that's why brothers go marry them other women because we just gonna do right.
Women been playing that role since the dawn of time,
right?
Being at home, pretending, faking like she done had a hard day when she just been chilling, talking to the neighbors, sipping tea all day, and making babies with the mailman.
Ray Robinson said he needs to watch some home improvement or something. I need you to be able to fix something if I'm making more. If we have babies in daycare because that's expensive, I okay with working. But if they are school age, it's time to go to work. Okay, all right.
I agree.
So we got Will Melvin, Mr. Notorious POK. Mr. Melvin, what's going on, my guy?
Hey, what's up,
my brother? Mr. Melvin, what's going on, man? How are you, my guy?
Hey, I'm great.
Already, man. What you got for us?
So I just wanted to chime in on the whole discussion here about the man being at home.
Okay.
So I don't know. So I might be a little bit younger than you guys. So I'd look at it kind of differently.
Not younger than me.
What's that?
Not younger than me.
Yeah. How old are you?
27.
Oh, okay. Never mind.
What you got, Will?
So what I wanted to say was, right now, like everything's pretty equal as far as equality between the sexes. So some of those roles are starting to kind of like diminish, and then so it's really like, for me personally, there has to be, if there's kids involved, there has to be somebody at home. One of the parents, one of them. It doesn't really matter at that point, because it's too late in the day to play that whole the man. I'm the man. I make all the money, and I got the woman at home. It's like, nah. It's two people. It's a partnership. That's what a marriage is, and it's two. Especially when there's kids involved, definitely there has to be somebody who's of blood relation, in the house. So that whole we both go work. And we both we have a stranger in the house taking care of the kids and a stranger walking around. Nah, we're not doing that. That wouldn't go down in my crib. So
you drop them off with strangers when they go to school and daycare. So what's the difference?
The difference would be I would be homeschooling my kid.
Okay,
but
you got strangers online teaching your kids from homeschool.
Man, fuck them kids.
No. If I were to have kids, I would take complete control of that situation. There would not be there'd be no other voice other than mine.
Right. But see, everybody can't afford, home care and, private, and private care like that for their kids or whatnot. You see what I'm saying? So right. you can only do with what you have and what resources you got available to you. You see what I'm saying?
I feel you on that one. But so that person at home should be freeing up so much time for that other person to go out there and get it. So whoever's out there working, that the person that's at home should be taking care of business top to bottom, to where it shouldn't even be an issue. Like this whole the educational thing, and also it's another thing you got to think about planning. People don't really plan for this type of stuff.
No,
You know, we're trying to build a parachute after we jumped out of the plane. When it comes to these situations, and then that's where the conflicts come.
But
so,
you know what though? But I'm gonna have to push back on that, Will, because that's just what life is all about anyway. Jumping out of the damn plane without a parachute. That's just what life is all about. Because everything, because life will throw you a curveball, man. You can try to plan for it all day long, all you want, but once that ball come curved to you, being thrown to you, whatever, you taking swings at it. You're gonna miss a couple of times. You might strike out a couple of times. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah,
so,
you be in that thing feeling good. You just can't pull that thing up out of there quick enough. Boom! When you scream like that,
because but life, man, there's no, life, man, life. There's no playbook in life. You know what I'm saying? Life gonna throw all of us a curveball, whatever, man. And like I said, it just making plans for, that's good too. But what happens when those plans don't come to fruition? Then then what's gonna happen next? Are you gonna fold, or are you going to make something happen with what you got? You see what I'm saying?
I see what you're saying. Now I actually have from my personal life, my old roommate had a situation very similar to that. So before, when I first met him, he was definitely on that, oh, I'm the man type stuff. He had some younger kids. He was trying to make it work with the girl, and I guess it didn't work. So, then it's the baby mama drama stuff, right?
Right.
So he was definitely I'm the one, I make the money and you stay home and take care of the kids. And I guess that wasn't vibing with the woman he was with at the time. So fast forward years later, he's with a new woman. The new woman, she's very much like the modern women. They're not really the cooking and cleaning types and things like that. But he saw potential in her because she's wanting to get up and work and things like that. So he was like, that's cool. So how they have it now is he's already had the training of he's already had kids. So he's already prepared for what kids were, what kids bring and rearing the kids. So they have it to where he's actually at home and he's doing the kind of the rearing of the children while she's out working. And at first, I kind of looked at it. I was like, okay, this is kind of this ain't what I'm used to. I was quick about to say something, but then I kind of held back and I looked at it and I said, well, what's the result? What's the result of this situation? The kids are well adjusted. They're doing well in school. They're fed, bathed, clean. The household is going well. And he's supportive of her pursuing managerial roles and things of that nature. Because at the end of the day, it brings more to the household. And it's not like he's sitting around just slipping the kids a Benadryl and then sitting on the couch watching TV. He's actually active in the kids' lives. And I saw a big change in this man. So he definitely started being more involved in the community, coaching, things of that nature, going to church. So I don't know. This might be the new wave because when I see that kind of stuff, just breaking those like getting outside of those boxes that were created a long time ago,
Right. Okay.
Yeah, 100%.
What you would say, B-Dub?
No, I said 100%. I agree. You like I was saying earlier, you got to do what works best for your situation.
Mm-hmm.
We joke about it or whatever, but at the end of the day, that's real. You got to do what's best for your situation. Like I use myself for example. I work 3 days a week. I still work 42 hours a week. I just do it in 3 days, where most people do it in 5 or 6. So I'm at home 4 days. Now I could go get a part-time job or another job, but the reality is that job would only be paying for daycare. So why am I going to go work extra hours just to pay for daycare when I can be home with my son 4 days a week?
Exactly.
And our schedule works out perfectly to where the days I work are the days that my wife is off. So it's a huge relief for us not having to do that and having the option to homeschool if we want to. But at the same time, we worked really hard and did what we had to do to move into a great school district so that we don't have to homeschool or pay for private school. Like we live in one of the best school districts in Texas. So
nice.
You know,
right.
Now that being said, it's still public school. Public school is public school. So we definitely going to educate them at home as well. But there's less pressure there to worry about, okay, is he getting a good education? We know he's going to get a good education, so we can do that. But I know everybody don't have that option, but a lot of people might have that option. They just don't know it. Going back to what we're talking about and getting out of that box of thinking it has to be A, B, C done this way, and sit back and say, okay, what's our situation? And what can we do to make it work best for us to try to do some of these things that we might want to do as far as childcare or whatever, or who takes care of the home or this, that, and the other. So, I think, but again, it's going, we say that and it all sounds good in theory, but it's not really going to work because men do what? We go out, we bust our ass to provide, and we try to build wealth so we can do what? Share it with our family, take care of our wife and kids. Women go out and try to get money so they can be independent and not need a man. So,
well, that's but that I don't know about that, B-Dub, because I think a lot of Caucasian women, they don't think like that. You know what I mean? Now a lot of they want to get a man to be married and so on and so forth or whatever. A lot of sisters.
Sisters want that too. Some of y'all just don't want to step up and get married. Quit playing. Don't do us like these.
Well, but
we have the same mindset. I think I'm gonna speak for most of the sisters. We desire the same thing these Caucasian women, but some of you brothers will step to them before you will to us.
Right. I'm not saying all sisters. I'm not saying.
Hold up. Don't put us all in the same basket.
No. I'm not gonna do that. But here's the thing. What I'm trying to say is, the world we live in, whatever, they are attacking our sisters to tell them, hey,
that's because brothers ain't stepping up to protect the sisters.
Hold on, not our brothers though. Not our brothers. There are some brothers out there.
I don't know, Mr. Norda. I think what we see and what's real is not intertwined. It's not the same. Right. I think it's a woman thing. I don't think it's a black woman thing. I think it's just a modern woman thing of having that mindset of going out, being independent, being on my own, whatever. Whereas men, we still taught to go get money so you can take care of somebody. Right. Women are taught go get money so nobody got to take care of you. Those things don't mesh.
You don't hear Asian women, Hispanic women, Indian women running around here talking about they don't need no man and all that.
They're not attacked like the sisters are. They're not attacked. The sisters are attacked.
Sisters who attacked by who?
They're attacked by the masses. Talking about you got all these different groups. You got communities and all this or whatever.
I think that's
nobody attacking their ass. They just need to get in there.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
They need to get in that kitchen. The kitchen and the bedroom, Florida. The kitchen and the bedroom. Shit.
So what were you going with that, G-Man? What were you going with that about the Asian men, Asian women, and the Arab women and all that? What were you going with that?
Well, I was saying it's not an all women thing because you never hear that kind of talk from other communities, and whether it's just because black women are put as a topic of the conversation. Where is this movement when you hear Asians, Indians, Latino women talking about, I don't need no man, Miss Independent. They don't care how much they make. They still do. They make it very clear they need their men, right?
For the most part.
But I'm saying as in general. I'm not. Of course, there's always going to the anecdotal. It doesn't negate. It doesn't negate the general consensus. Is this whole "I don't need a man" is. I'm not saying it's real. Proceed to come from black women is what I'm saying.
Well,
you don't hear this kind of campaign from Asians, Indians, Latino women talking about how they don't need no man, and I need to go out here and get it out and do this and be a strong, independent Asian woman. But when it comes to black, I'm a strong, independent black woman. All this old man, sit down and get in that.
But I think we don't see it as much now. It may be more prevalent with black women. I would concede that. Yeah, but that's because for the most part, they've been taught generation to generation. They understand that marriage is about more than love. We think marriage is about love, or just whatever. Like people who are married do better in life historically. It's been like that since the dawn of time.
Oh, hell no.
It's I mean, just overall, if you look at it, far as wealth, success, all those things, it's a benefit.
You're right.
It's a benefit. So women know that. So of other cultures, they're taught. Jewish women, and this is the thing too.
It never ends well when you start out with that word.
No. We could talk about anti-Semitism. We could talk about anti-Semitism.
Weirdo do not reflect those
all day long. But good and well, we see it in movies, TV shows. We see it in real life. Jewish women say what? Why don't you settle down and marry you a good Jewish boy? Why don't you go talk to Moises? I heard he's going to be a doctor. Why is it okay for everybody else to push marriage within their own community? But when we talk about black love, it's got to be whatever. Like we're not getting those messages. We're not being taught to love ourselves. We're not being taught the benefits of marriage beyond just having a life partner, because there's a lot of benefits to just being successful in the world, and other cultures understand that. That's why you don't hear them saying it as much. But it's happening. Trust me. There is a modern woman movement that is affecting all women in America. Again, maybe our women are just catching it more. Maybe we drinking the Kool-Aid a little bit more.
They are catching it more. Other cultures, they not catching it.
I'm not going to say it's just black
men. Black men ain't making them get in there in mind like they need to get in there in mind.
Well, you need to bring back slapping.
What you saying, Will?
Go ahead, Will Melvin.
Yeah, sure. The reason why those other cultures, they don't have that kind of mentality of, the women don't have that mentality of, I don't need no man. It's because it's not so much that there's like a pressure to get married. It's an expectation of marriage.
There you go.
We don't have the expectation of marriage in our community. What we have is the expectation of freedom.
Right.
It's we go freedom first, and then we figure marriage out, relationship out, kind of like how we want to pick out a watch or a necklace. It's kind of like that's how we think about it.
Right. By the time when marriage is on our mind, then our youth and everything is gone and all that or whatever, man. The way we used to, all that's gone. Now you ready to be married.
That's
and
real.
to marry you, whatever. You don't 38, 40 years old, and
in your virile days, you don't want no marriage. Now you on the rest. I guess I go settle down.
Yeah, when you were young, man, it's all about me and I'm doing me. I got my career. I got all this, And some people that's your age at the time or whatever, they don't. Now they done got older, but they done got a family and all that or whatever. Here it is. You trying to get what they got, but it's almost to the point to where it's too late.
Right. It ain't too late.
Most of the time it is.
No.
Like Kevin Samuels said, man, you had when you your 40s, you had goodwill, right? And what he said?
Percy Earl and EQ just met each other over the summer, and it ain't too late because they about to get married in February.
That's right. We sure are.
But yeah, but
Well,
you
Melvin,
wasting
don't
your.
listen
But
to him. He's right.
expectation plays a part in that too. In the current dating frame, because expectations have gone through the roof across the board on both sides. Like you got men out here, like I don't know what they expecting, because men, and I think we still more reasonable, but at the same time, I think men are getting out of control with it too. Of not dating.
Watch it, bougie.
Within they, because this is what we used to do. We had this conversation before. If a man is a 5, he know he a 5. He gonna date 4s, 5s, and 6s. That's his range, and he know that. Yep. You know, if he catch an 8 or a 9 slipping at the club one night and have a good night, that just becomes a good story for him to tell. He doesn't suddenly think that he's a 9 now because he bagged a 9. That's just a great story to tell your friends.
Let him get some money. He'll become a 8 or a 9. You get some money.
But that's my next point. We also play by the rules. We know what women want. They want security, financial security. They want a man that's funny, you know, this stuff. So if I'm 5 foot and I'm 25, okay, I'm not growing no more. I can't be bigger than 5 foot. That's where I'm at. But okay, women like tall men. I don't check that box. But they also like men with money, so I can get out here and grind my ass off, try to get some money. They like men who are funny. I can work on my personality and read books and be more, you know what I'm saying? Like, so we do whatever we can do to check the boxes that we're able to check.
Like Biggie said, I'm black and I'm ugly, but he can dress, he's funny. However, women, a woman be a whole 2 and you can't tell her she ain't a 10. You ain't no damn 10. Oh, you can't tell her she ain't no queen, she ain't no 10. The fuck I can't.
And they listen. Exactly. And they listen to each other. They're telling each other, oh, girl, you're beautiful. And the crazy part is, see, the women, this is real BS. Because the women that are 8s, 9s, and 10s are the main ones telling these 2s, girl, you're beautiful. We're all beautiful.
Single women keep women single.
You go to the club.
Single women keep single women single. They do.
Cause you a whole 8.5 out here. So you go to the club, you got 40 dudes trying to holler at you, and not now one of them trying to holler at your friend. But you steady telling her, girl, you beautiful. Don't these men tripping. It ain't nothing good. No, she's a 2.
8s and 9s, they keep 2s and 3s around so they can stand out in the crowd.
Yeah, because you know why?
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
All women are insecure. They don't roll with other 8s and 9s like that.
But I will say this about women, though. They actually look out for each other a little bit more than we do. We're a little bit more competitive. Because me walking around,
honest with each other,
I could be walking around with my 2 5s that make a dime. You know what I'm saying? And if I'm around my boys, they go try to take one off me. Wow, women. You know, believe
it or not, women do it too.
They do. But
Mel, you coming out with 8 or 9, you better not leave around me. I'm gonna tell you now, I'm gonna get her.
I gotta fight every night to prove my love.
That's a good point though.
Before I take a venue, I give her some nice prep talk. So you know,
listen, when we get over here,
keep your head down.
Yeah, your woman chose me. Now we can do this some gangster. We can be on some gangster stuff.
Do this the easy way. Yeah, gangster shit.
Nah, that's real talk.
I don't have to go that far.
Women are taught that they don't have to compete. That's the problem. Men are taught to compete.
Women are born valuable. Men have to become valuable.
Right.
That right there.
That's the part.
Yeah.
But we talk all that. We talk about like the money, success, and things like that. But you know, ultimately, we're still animals to the core. So like, you can't really beat like physical. That let me make it up with my money. That don't always work. Because I actually know somebody in my personal life who's a little on the short side, and he's.
I mean, there's limits. There's always limits.
If he can be 4'3", if he got $100 million, he gonna get the baddest chicks. He gonna get the bad. Let him have $100 million. He can be 3 feet. He gonna have the women. He gonna have them women up in there, man.
Right. Yep.
Like women's attraction.
They say money answereth all things. So what it says, money answereth all things. I don't care if it didn't say you just because you're short, you can't get, it don't answer nothing. It says answer all things, my brother.
He flashed $100 million. I bet you he pulled every dime in the club.
I bet he will.
And if he got a personality, if he got swag, yeah, it's not gonna work for everybody. Now there are limits, but if he 5 foot and got some M's in the bank and he got a little bit of swagger, he gonna be all right.
I got zero swag and I don't have a problem with ladies. My dance cards.
Okay. You about it.
But you up here looking like Tyrese though, with your shirt tie on. It's different.
Would you be mine?
Oh man.
Will Melvin.
Now, Will Melvin, I hear you, my guy. I hear you. Yes.
I didn't always look like that. I was a little shorter, a lot skinnier. And you can't underestimate the power of physicality. It's crazy.
That's right.
Being a physical, because once I grew into my height and shoulders widened out, it was a big difference. I didn't change nothing. I was like, I got the same face I had back then. It's the same face.
Yeah.
Well, next time we're gonna have to go out. And I want to see you in action. I want to see you.
All right, man. He might go in there and all the ladies follow. He the Pied Piper of the ladies, boy. Yes, sir, man. You pull out that old flute. There you go.
I just want to take notes. You know what I'm saying? I'm always trying to perfect my game.
Get one free.
Called Will Milton Hitchens.
I'll give you a little tip for free.
Will's a sniper. Will's a sniper. Go ahead then.
All right. So,
well, Will Melvin, man, we appreciate you for joining the show like always, my brother. Give it up for Will.
Yes, sir. We appreciate you, sir.
He be dropping some dimes to us, man, and one of our biggest supporters, man. So we say thank you, my brother.
Peace
appreciate
out.
it. Appreciate the love you keep showing us, my guy.
Hey, no problem. Take care, guys.
Hey, Will, stay tuned. Continue to keep watching whatever, man, because we're gonna give you guys the details about this raffle. So, you know, anybody that's interested in these custom shoes that's behind me, definitely tell them to tune in. All right.
Okay.
Already. Appreciate it, Will.
All right. Take care, guys.
All right now.
I need some of them boots.
Man, Will always a good supporter, man. Good sport, man. Great talking to him too, man. He be also giving you some knowledge and some wisdom out there too. So, hey, before we let me go ahead and read these comments, man, because these comments was getting getting outrageous over here. Ray Robinson says they have a fully present father at the end of the day. We need the men in our home, so mission accomplished. Janet Robinson, she said most men ego don't and won't allow his woman to do such thing. And then Brittany Simone says, say that EQ. Angela Denise, she said, I have a question for Notorious POK. Do you think young black people value marriage 30 and under? Well, that's a good one. She says she personally think black. Brittany Simone, she also said black women definitely need their black man too. Black men look to black women to be overtly strong in spaces that they don't ask other race of women to. And Janice says, I personally think black women have been hurt so much that they have been pushed to believe they don't need a man. I'm telling y'all, I've just been saying it, if they're under attack. Most of the other cultures have arranged marriages. Black women got to cook and clean the kitchen, but black men will pay for housekeepers for other races of women. Ooh.
I don't know about that one.
Ray Robinson said, if you have been forced into independence because your black brothers abandoned the home, the results are a woman who had to grind and make it happen. By the time the man comes at times, she is so lost in independence, she doesn't know how to let him fill his role or has not trust in him stand to do what he needs. I need a man. I want a man, one who knows what he wants and will communicate and commit. We just have to wait for the right one. Okay. And then she also said, oh, and I believe Jewish customs, he proposes, he then goes and builds a home for his wife to be with its, when it's fully built, he goes back to get her and tells her be time for the wedding. Sadly, some brothers think slanging wood is just enough.
Diamonds off against that wood.
Janet Roberts said that's not true. She said G-Man already. Nicole and Pennies too. Nickel and Pennies too. All right. And then Will Melvin said, Angela Denise, young people don't value marriage. They value experiences, not each other.
That's true.
Okay. Wow.
All right,
Hey.
Angela Denise, go. You call on up and then give a
Yeah, Angelique. Yeah, call in and tell us what you
call
think.
on up like
Yeah,
we'll
call
never
on up
call
now.
up.
Yeah, call up and tell
I
us.
wanna touch on some Brittany Simone talking about black men are not going out hiring no maids.
Yeah, I don't know about that one.
Yeah, no, we don't do that for no other race of women. If a black man has enough money that he's hired cooks and clean, he gonna do that. Whoever the woman is, he don't like. Well, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do that for a non-black, but the black woman, no, we don't do that. And I always say this about how we try to. The white man has had access to our women for 500 years. It was illegal for us to even look at a white woman in 2007. So we just it's just different.
Yeah,
but the stats show 1 in 4 black women will ever marry, and the more successful you are, the most races are race loyal anyway. This whole narrative that black men are running around going to other races and all that. Y'all talking about a few athletes and all that kind of stuff.
Right.
But most, like, okay, if I know 100 black men, one of them's married to a non-black. The other ones are married to sisters. We love our sisters. We value our sisters. You know, there's one thing about black men and they moms. Black men really love their moms. You know. So when they talk, like, let's say Patrick Mahomes, okay, he married a white woman, but y'all understand his mom is white.
Mm-hmm.
Woman got so balled up. Oh, Pat Mahomes, he got successful. He got a white woman. His mom is white. His dad is black. So obviously he's looking at a woman. He's like, okay, my mom is white. So he doesn't see it, you know. So it's not always the case. And a lot of these athletes now are becoming biracial because the brothers back then who got, and then them athlete sons are coming up, and guess what? They kind of biracial, a lot of them now.
Yeah. And not to mention more and more with each generation, more and more men are joining this. Black men are joining the service, and a lot of these babies be, you know, they be half German, half Asian.
Sisters, black men, we love y'all. We appreciate y'all.
Yes, we do.
Stick with us. Stick with us. We ain't perfect.
Yeah, don't give up.
We have a lot of work to do. We do, black men. We do. We have a lot of work to do. We have not held up our end totally. You see what I'm saying? But we need each other. And I said the quicker we understand that and realize that, the better off we be as a people.
Yeah, but you know, we still got to clean the house up. You know, we got to clean ourselves up first. You know, inside the house, and stop pointing fingers at each other. Because you see a whole lot of that. You know, black men talking about what black women ain't doing, and vice versa.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and that's what they want. They want us to, you know, to have a big fight and disagreement back and forth or whatever. Because at the end of the day, I really believe that's an agenda they're trying to destroy us. They want us to, but they give us all the tools right now to actually do it. You know, with a lot of agenda they pushing, they all this different, they got all these different, organizations and things like that, and you name it, they push it on social media, TV, radio. It don't matter. They pushing it out there, and we listen to it like it ain't nobody's business. They got us thinking, they got us believe like we ain't nothing. We ain't nothing, man. We don't look good, or we don't have no skill sets, no talents, no traits. We don't look good, and we believe in it. We out here buying all this, getting these BBLs. We don't need it. You know what I'm saying? We getting facelifts, and we doing everything. We don't need it.
But that's the thing. Even with all of that, it's still the minority. To the point you making, they keep pushing it and making it seem that way. But most black men, and we know this is statistical, recorded, documented fact. Most black men are married to black women. The ones who are married.
Right, I agree.
Most black people don't have a criminal record.
Right, I agree with that.
If you ask the average person, do you think most black people have a criminal record or don't have a criminal record? They're probably gonna say they think they do. We think that. Like everybody, this is what they keep putting out there. So yeah, to your point, we need to, as old boy said on the clip I seen, we need to go back in the house. Go back in the house, worry about yourself, work on yourself, and everything will be fine. Stop worrying about, because this is the thing. If you make any decision whatsoever based on a group of people, you already messing up.
Right.
Well, I'm going because like black women so you done already mess yourself up. Go back in the house, work on yourself, and deal with what come into your life. Because when you went like they say, when you know better, you do better, and you achieve better. So learn better, do better, and you'll achieve better relationships with whomever.
Right.
Black, white, whatever. But if you around black people,
right,
as a man, you're gonna find good black women if you're a good black man. If you're a
live
good
around
black
them
woman
white-
and
white
you're
women,
around black people,
right.
you're gonna find a good black man.
That's the whole narrative is black on black crime. No, you more likely to be a victim of a crime by those you live closest to.
Exactly.
All this black is if I'm a black man and all I work and live around is white women, odds is I'm gonna date one. Because they just what's available to me and what's close. If I live around black women, of course, that's what it is. As Will Melvin pointed out, it's the proximities where you live, where you work, your circles you move around in, all that comes into.
So are you saying all black men is going to date, where they work? I mean, they're going to date what's in they.
Well, nothing is always, but you only what's in proximity to you is what you're going to probably pick with. Like if we put you in, I don't care how pro black, if we drop in the middle of Sweden or somewhere where it ain't no sisters, what
you gonna do?
You still a man,
right?
Yeah,
you still a man. You gonna kind of lean towards what's all around you.
Yeah,
you hush.
Which that goes to the point I was making a while ago about a lot of brothers in the service, because they getting sent out to these other places where there are no black women, but you still dating. Now they should be wrapping it up, but they're not. So it is what it is. Yeah. And even with college, I gave this example before. We talk about a lot of these athletes, but the reality is most of these athletes went to predominantly white institutions.
PWI.
So you still an 18-year-old. You gonna date somebody. So it's about whoever's closest. So that's why I hate when people use the athletes as an example of dating outside your race, because there's a shade there. There's more context to it than just, oh, I'm gonna go date outside my race. But
yeah, okay. But then that was
I'm riding with my sisters. I only like.
I'm with the sisters, brother. I'm telling you, put me in the black.
I only rock
black as a black. I don't care where it's at. Put me there, brother. Yeah, I don't want to go no Sweden. I don't want to go to no Ukraine or none of that. No, keep me where. Yeah, put me where the black of the black at, man. That's where I want to go. Yes, ma'am. No. I gotta have color. No. That melon skin. I got to have it. Yes, ma'am. So, but yeah, that was great. Huh? What G-Man do?
G-Man like them snow bunnies.
So G-Man, you gonna can you give everybody an update with the shoes, whatever, man? Or B-Dub, somebody?
Yeah, so listen, $10 a ticket, right? It's 2 pair of shoes giving away $10 a ticket, unlimited entries. All you gotta do is hit the Cash App. You see it right there at the bottom of the screen. So however many tickets you want. If you want 3 tickets, you Cash App $30. And you choose if you want high top or low top or both. If you want both, we'll put your name in the raffle for both. So if you buy like 2 tickets and you say both, we'll put one for one and one for the other, or whatever the number is, we'll split it. But if you specifically want one shoe, you want 10 tickets. I want the high tops. Send $100 and put high top in the notes, and all 10 of your entries will go toward the high tops. If you want the low tops, put low tops. Or if it don't matter, just say raffle, and we'll split it up, and it'll go how it go. And you said both of them are size 12, right?
Well, the high tops are size 13. The high tops are size, I believe it's 13.
13.
12. No, the high tops is 12.
And the low tops is 13.
And the low tops are size 13.
Okay.
Yeah. So they are custom handmade shoes from A&D Art Design. Shout out to A&D Art Design. For his great craftsman in these shoes. So he put a lot of TLC into them, and they are really
even though
one of one.
He's an Eagles fan. They licking their wounds right now, but
Right.
much respect.
So
and
like
you take that tag out from under your name, First Lady EQ.
so, but the raffle, the shoes, when we raffle these shoes off, whatever, like B-Dub said, they are $10 for each shoe for each entry. But all the money and proceeds that we get from the raffle is going to go back into the Burning Coals podcast. So
it's
that's where the money will go.
That's where
it's not going to go to either one of us. It's going back into the podcast to help it grow. And with A&D Art Design, he was able to, supply us with
salute to my brother. Salute to my brother.
Shoes. Salute to him, whatever. So that way he can help us, get
and he hates the Cowboys, but those some bad shoes he made, brother.
Yeah, they are. They're real nice. So if you're a Cowboys fan, you definitely want to pick these up, cop these. But he got these. He do a lot of hats. He got different teams. He do it all. So A&D Art Design, you definitely got to check him out. Make sure you do that. He on Facebook and Instagram, so check him out. You'll definitely enjoy his work. He ain't gonna do nothing half step. He's gonna give you. He's gonna put everything into it. He's gonna definitely do that.
We're gonna do the Super Bowl party. Let's go ahead and push that.
Oh yeah, most definitely. Beat up. What we gonna do?
We're gonna do a Super Bowl party. Coastal County, we coming back. We were so nice. We're gonna do it twice. Super Bowl party. We will be back in the can at the MLK Center. Y'all come and check us out. We're gonna have the whole center, and we're gonna do it real big for the Super Bowl. Well, my Cowboys
gonna be in there, baby.
We'll face Baltimore.
Cowboys versus Texans. It's gonna be a Texans Bowl.
Already, yeah,
I'm with it.
Yeah, I'm with that too, man. It'd be nice, brother. Yes, sir. That'd be real nice.
The Super Bowl.
Yeah,
y'all come out. It's gonna be our next live show. Show up.
The Super Bowl party is gonna be in Coastal County, Texas. Is February the 11th? EQ.
Super Bowl is on the 11th. Yeah.
Okay. Yes. And then we'll just pull the names of these shoes at the party, at Super Bowl party. We'll do it like that. We'll raffle them off and we'll just draw the names then. Live in person. Plenty of opportunity to get your tickets in.
Yeah.
We need to figure out how to do like a speed dating kind of February something. We're gonna do something for all these.
Like a love connection.
Valentine's Day.
Yeah. Will.
I think that'd be cool.
Melvin, you single? We gonna put a bunch of women up and just we're gonna do something. We'll figure out something for February.
Right.
Valentine's Day. That'll be cool.
Right.
And we're gonna have food there too. So yeah.
So Janet Robertson, she's asking when is the deadline for the
that's a good question.
For the shoes. So the deadline will be like a week or two before the actual Super Bowl party. So we'll do it like that. So we'll pick a day and we'll just kind of keep you guys, posted up on it, but continue to check out the Facebook Burning Coals podcast on Facebook and on Instagram and things like that, whatever. So that way, you'll definitely, so that way we can just continue to keep reminding everybody that, the raffle is still going on. So, but continue to show your love, support, and let everybody know.
Oh, Will said I vibe better with black women that weren't born in the United States. Oh,
hey, can't speak no English or none of that.
Oh,
that's messed up.
Hey, G-Man, America.
Well, I said it's hard out here for sisters, but we can't get no love.
That's the cheat code, so he can walk around and be like, yeah, see, he got him a sister. That's a good man right there.
America.
We go home.
Is there entry fee for the party? What is there entry fee for the Super Bowl party?
Yes, there's gonna be an entry fee for the party.
We haven't decided yet.
Right. That's gonna be entry fee because the party is going to we're gonna have food there. We're gonna provide the TVs and everything that's going to be there. And also, we will be there live at the Super Bowl party itself as well. So You know, we're going to definitely be putting it out there. We're going to be putting the word out there.
It's going to be big. Whatever the price is, it's going to be worth it. I'm going to tell you that right now. It's going to be worth it.
And we want y'all to come and rep your favorite team. Wear your jersey, wear your T-shirt, whatever. We know that there won't be very many Cowboys T-shirts and jerseys worn that night because we already know they won't be in the Super Bowl. So y'all just come out and kick it with us and have a good time. And like they said, all the information will be forthcoming. So we're just really looking forward to it. And I guess we'll let G-Man come back to our town. Look at this foolishness on our screen. Straight foolishness.
So man, y'all show your love, man. So we excited about doing this. Let's go ahead and do the closing remarks so we can get out here with this one. This was a good show, y'all, man. It was a good show. Very good show. G-Man, what you got?
Shout out to my Cowboys. We handle business Sunday against some Dirty Birds and take over number 1. Ooh. And we'll see everybody in Super Bowl, and we'll see everybody at the Super Bowl party in the can.
Already.
And if nobody told y'all that they didn't love you today, we do. Ain't nothing you can do about it. See y'all on the next one.
What you got, EQ?
Hey, I love y'all. Cherish each other. Cherish each day. Remember each day that you live. It's a gift. That's why it's called the present. And just, big shout out to everybody that supports us every week. We thank you, especially Ray.
Yep.
Yeah, Ray, thank you. We love you, sister. We thank you. So, Will, Melvin, all of you, thank y'all so much for supporting us. And we want to just, continue doing this and make this a bigger platform and just grow this thing. So thank y'all so much. And thank you, panel. Except G-Man, because he always acting a fool. It's always a pleasure to be on this show with my boys, and even G-Man when he could have. But I love y'all for real. I'm glad to be a part of this.
Already. What you got, B-Dub?
Hey, man. Listen, shout out to all the day ones, day twos, the yesterdays, and todays. No matter when you jumped on this ride, we happy that you're rolling with us. And as always, do something today that your future self is going to thank you for.
Right. There you go. The Burning Coals podcast, giving you the bag moment is this. I'm going to tell you this, guy. You all this. Be the very best that you can be, despite whatever circumstances that you are in. Put the best foot in. Put your best foot forward, and just continue to rock and roll till the wheels fall off. So now that you got the bag, what you going to do with it? So that being said, I go by the name of Mr. Know It All Reactions. We got my guy on the side of me, B-Dub, Bougie Weirdo. We got Educated Queen. We got Gentleman Jamal. We say thank you guys for tuning in to another beautiful episode of the Burning Coals podcast. We say we go live every Tuesday right here on YouTube. Make sure you subscribe, hit the like button, the share button, and let everybody know where to go for fire content because we love doing this. We'll see you guys next Tuesday. Have a good one.
Thank you once again. Shout out to all the day ones, the day twos, the yesterdays, and todays. We appreciate you joining our show tonight. We hope you enjoyed it. We had a lot of fun doing it, and we'll see you next week.